that ring light is really, really bright. Let me see if I can't. This is new. I haven't used it. It was a gift. Pretty sure it was Rebecca sent me this, and I don't like the way that reflects in my glasses. It was on a tripod, but the tripod, that's better. The tripod was too big to go behind my monitor. And then the tripod that I usually use my cell phone on when I'm working from my chair, they're getting just really shitty cheap. You know, when you pull it up, I don't have one here handy, but when you pull it up and then you tighten the screw, both screws stripped. The first one stripped, and I managed to make it work by getting it where I wanted it and putting masking tape around it, and then uppering and lowering the bottom. But then that one stripped too. So I took the tripod part off of the ring light that was gifted to me. This ring light's huge, guys. Show it to you. This ring light is huge. That's my hand. Like, that's on the wall behind my monitor.
And it's killing team productivity. But
and
the first time there's a platform.
Let me pop it in the chat. Because this one that I built, this is, and I mean, I'll use it for reading and stuff, but I don't want to mess with it. So, hey, Danoof. So I am using the tripod part of this ring light for when I'm live streaming in my chair or in the dining room or whatever. And now this one has a phone holder on it, but it's too far away and it shows other things. It shows like the light that's in the recessed top of my desk. So Mom had given Howie some alien tape. Recovering from COVID. Lots of fluid, why don't we call it a spade and stop calling it COVID and start calling it what it is, the cold and flu. Okay? It's been downgraded a long time ago to the regular flu. So I'm just saying, I'm sorry you're feeling poorly. I really am. But, oh, shoot. Whoops. There we go. Oh, for God's sake. So anyway, what I'm doing today is I'm about to bake some sticky buns. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad everybody's recovering, Danoof. I really am. You know, it just sucks to get sick, period and full stop. Menopause in the head. Yeah, I bet. So, I just made some sticky buns. And no, I didn't measure anything. And they're rising, and I'm going to put them in the wood stove oven. And we'll see how that turns out. Hey, Charles. Can't stay long, heading out the door to get my dog food and treats. Been sick for 2 weeks, and I tested. Don't stop buying COVID tests. Stop testing. COVID has been downgraded to the flu. So I don't ever want to hear the COVID word again. Seriously. It did its job. It put the world in a panic. It got, the elites to get the people to do what they wanted them to do. It's all good. It's all done. This is 2025, and that PSYOP is finished. And I'm probably going to get dinged for this now. Hey, Lisa Allen, how's it going? How's it going? So, now let me see if this is lit up all the way. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, which mode do you guys like best? This one, or this one? This is the original. So, why are drones in the news so much? What's going on, Seashell? I threw my back out during the storm in bed for a few days. Oh, well, I was wondering where you were last night, baby. We missed you on Freaky Friday. We did. We missed you terribly. I'm just testing out this ring light and to see how it does. I can get this just to go back just a little bit further. I just hate the way it, it's supposed to be directly in the middle of your eyes, but I just can't get it to work that way. First, original. What do we mean, first and original? Oh, they were free. Yeah, I missed it too. I had to sleep as I was up all night in pain. Oh, I was up most of the night. Gracie. She wanted to sleep right beside me. And every time I moved, there she was, a wall of muscle and fur. And then, of course, she would, chase rabbits in her sleep. Now, you know what? They've proven that most dogs, when they're dreaming and they're doing stuff, they're dreaming about their family, their owners, right? So she would go, and I'd go, Gracie, stop. And then she'd stop, and I'd just doze off, and she'd start again. It was so funny. Gonna start my vegetable seeds in my greenhouse. Hey, Mary Jo, how's it going? Listen, there's 50 people here, so everybody, I'm gonna go behind the fan. Everybody, cheese and crackers. Things are dropping. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. I'm gonna go behind the fan. Everybody say hi. So we can do and I should be on live chat, eh? There we go. In a few minutes, I'll go and see if my rolls are rising. Come get your duds in order, cause we're heading for the water. Heave away, mid-jolly boys, heave away. I got that stuck in my head from TikTok. Hey, Candy, how are you, honey? Hi, Indy Roxy, how's it going? Hi, Krista Gray. I'm doing okay. All right, let's pop out. Is everybody finished saying hi? Let's pop out to put our participants list and say hello. Aloha to Seashell, Charles Bauer, Denise, Indy Roxy, Candy, Krista Gray, Linda Betty Boo Bop, Lisa Allen, Mary Jo Mosley, Renita Madrid, ole, Roberta Cook. We haven't seen you in a while. And Val Walsh, where have you been? Hi, Hev from the UK. Grandpa Paul, try having 2 puppies sleep against you and one running and the other scratching. Well, I feel not safer, but I feel less alone. I mean, Howie can't sleep with me anymore. He can't even sleep in the same room because I have insomnia and I'm up and down and all over the place, Hey, Melissa, how's it going? I like the fart prank videos on TikTok. That's the only thing I watch. You mean with the dogs? Well, people fart and the dogs go like, you fart? Gracie doesn't even blink because she has the most noxious farts on the face of the earth. When she farts, she'll clear a room. And forget having a bad fart and blaming it on the dog. We know when the dog farts, right? How are you, Frida? How's it going? I'm doing the whole Canadian, following Canadians on TikTok. Yeah, I hear you, Frida. Me too. I'm up and down all night. But it's been I have a cold and I've been out of work for 3 days and I'm sitting here watching YouTube. Well, I don't blame you, Melissa. I don't blame you one bit. I finally got up and put Gracie out at 7:30 this morning for a pee because she started vibrating. This is how she tells me she's got to pee. If she's in bed with me, she shakes and she stops. And she does a little shimmy and she stops. And it's like, and at first I always thought she had a fever. Instead, I would get up to go to the bathroom and check on her. And she's like, no, you're going to the bathroom? Yeah, put me out. It's like, oh, you got me again. You're not sick. You're not shivering. You just got to pee. So 7:30 this morning, I said, okay, you go pee, and then you go lay on your bed or lay in front of the fire or something. Don't be crawling back into bed with me. And I texted Howard and said, she's yours till I get up. I love your wood heater oven. I told my husband I want him to make one. Well, I'm making sticky buns in it tonight. I hope. It depends on how hot it gets, right? It depends on how hot I can get it. So, but I got wood going in it right now. And I think what I'm going to do is after this, I'm going to go over to Reading with Beverly Wolfe, and I'm going to read chapter 3 of Little Town on the Prairie. I'm finding I really don't have a set schedule right now. I'm just kind of doing this and doing that and seeing how things are going. But I'm really loving cooking with my wood stove oven box. It is a little bit more work because you have to lift it off and put it down, lift the lid off of things, move things around, stoke the fire, and there's nowhere to set anything down. There's nowhere to set anything down next to the wood stove where you can, I suppose we could clean off the wood box and make that like a temporary spice station or something. I don't know. But I'm going to be making sticky buns in it today. And yes, it will be a video. Somebody asked me about cottage roll and what it is. And I found the video where I actually made a pickled cottage roll. And I'm going to, now I didn't cook it because I pickled it and then froze it. But I do show you how you can make a pickled cottage roll out of a cheap butt pork roast. So that will be going up soon, as well as a throwback video, right? There's a lot of people on this channel who've never gone back far enough to see us feeding pigs and doing all our own butchering and cleaning and skinning rabbits and milking goats and stuff like that. We did all that, right? Well, I have tray tables, but they're wood. And I don't want them that close. I wish I had an old tin TV table. Do you remember those? Do you remember the TV tables? The old tin ones that you'd have in a rack? That's how old I am. But if I had an old tin TV table, that would be perfect. Maybe I should go to a junk store thing is I won't go to Value Village. Value Village is like retail prices. It's nuts. So, but yeah, if I can find myself a TV table, a tin one, the old TV tray tables. Yeah, it folds in the middle and then you just stand them up in a rack. It's for people who want to watch. It goes back to the early 60s where you'd have TV dinners and you'd have, it was avant-garde to have a Stouffer's TV dinner on on a TV table. That was the big thing, right? Now they're wood, and I have several wood ones. I keep some in the coach. And I have my grandma's. It's black and has flowers on it. Wow, that's really old. That's really old. I'm pretty sure I've watched every video you have ever made, but still enjoy the throwback ones. Well, thank you, Charles. Hey, Florida Mama Bear. How's it going? Hey, Renita. An old tea cart on wheels. I'll have to watch for something like that. Right? Like Howie said, he said that whole tile thing where the wood stove is, Howie built that for a cook stove. But we've never been able to afford one. Right? So, hey, Joyce Forbay. Now, there's a name I am not familiar with. So if you're new, hi. And if you're really old and I've forgotten you, I'm so sorry. But welcome here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I got up at noon and I made Howie bacon and eggs and I had a half a jar of fried potatoes in the fridge. So I fried them up with some onions. And now I'm making his sticky buns. And that's it. I cooked once today for him and I will bake once today for him. If he wants PB&J for supper, he'll make it himself. Hey, Debbie Wilkinson, it's been a long time. Got my TV trays at the thrift store. Yes, I remember we had them and my grandma. Hope all is well. All is great. It's still wood, though. It's still wood, and that close to a wood stove, the metal would just heat the wood. Right? I'll think of something. You watch me. Hey, Black Swamp Homestead. Now, there's one I've never heard from. Northwest Ohio. How's the weather over there? How's things going? All right, folks. If you don't know me or you've known me for a long time, or if you're fairly new, now is the time. I'm going to set a timer. You have 10 minutes to ask me anything. Okay, where's my timer? Where's my timer? Well, we'll just look at the clock. Okay, you got 10 minutes to ask me anything. Hey, Carol Berthier, how's it going? Sherry L. I found a couple of old TV trays at an antique store. Oh, they're calling them antique. I guess they would be antiques, eh? They'd be like my age, 60 years old. Anything over 50 years old is considered an antique. Oh, no, I'm on the shelf. I watch all the time. I just don't comment. It's pronounced Forby. Joyce Forby. Well, thank you for telling me that. I really needed that. You need a good meatloaf recipe. Oh, that's easy, darling. That's easy. Now, how many people are you feeding? That's question number one. I guess we're all antiques now, too. I listen to you a lot, but don't chat. Well, I'm glad that you let yourself be known that you were here. Thank you very much. My husband finished his radiation treatment and now has horrible sores in his mouth. There are mouth rinses you can get that will help with that. 4 people. Okay. You get 2 pounds if you really want a good meatloaf. Now, okay. Do you want a good meatloaf or do you want a frugal meatloaf for 4? That's the next question. Hey, Leanne, how's it going? You're still young in my time. I'm over 70. Well, that's fine. Good meatloaf. Okay. Take 2 pounds of lean ground beef. And you dice up 1 whole large onion. You can use 2 cups of bread. No, maybe it's 2 cups. A cup and a half of breadcrumbs or 2 cups of broken up bread. You can even use croutons. Okay? You use whatever filler you like, but your main ingredients are your lean ground beef, your onions, 2 eggs, okay? Your cup and a half of filler, or 2 cups if it's like loose bread chunks. And use a 1/4 cup of ketchup, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You get your hands in there and you go. And then you put it in the loaf pan. And just before you serve, you put it in and you cook it at 350 for about 45 minutes. And just before you serve it, turn it up to 375 and slick some tomato sauce or brush some ketchup on the top. Now that's a deluxe meatloaf. That's a good meatloaf, right? You can add all kinds of things, right? I have rolled out meatloaf flat and rolled up vegetables in it in a jelly roll and all kinds of fun stuff. I haven't done that in a long time. Might have to do that. No onion. No onion. Well, there's people who don't eat onion, and I get that. And our good son Alex can almost never eat with us because I put onion in everything. Onion and anything in the onion family are actual. They have mild antibiotic properties. Hey, mac and cheese. You can add a little Worcestershire sauce. You can add a little HP sauce. HP sauce is the best. HP sauce, it's not Heinz 50. You can use Heinz 57, right? But HP sauce, House of Parliament sauce, is the best steak sauce on the face of the earth. Not A1. You know, A1 is just Heinz 57. You can use A1 sauce if you want. Does it freeze? 2 couldn't eat it in one go. After you cook it? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, that meatloaf would do Howie and I 3 meals. Of course, except he has meatloaf sandwiches the next day. But once it's cooked, you can freeze the leftover. Just wrap it up good and freeze it. And the next time you want to use it, you want to know what you can use leftover meatloaf for? HP sauce is called House of Parliament sauce. Let me just, I don't know if you can get it in the States. I actually don't think you can. Let me look. HP sauce. I actually made it once. I have a recipe for it, actually. Okay, HP sauce. British brown sauce is what it is. Restore chat, F11, pop the chat out, pop it here, make it live, and here I will give you, there. I have made HP sauce, and it's not, hang on a second. Let me see that video. Wait a minute. I'm going to see, because if I have that video, I'm pretty sure that video is over 10 years old. Okay, manage videos. Search. Steak sauce. Steak and stir fry. Steak sauce homemade. Wow, I made that in 2012. Hang on a second, folks. I got to download that, because this was really, really good. Videos, throwbacks. Okay, save. Sorry, folks, you got my brain going. Uh-oh. I lost my live feed. Hang on a second here, folks. And there I am. HP sauce.
Make your browser fast.
is, like it says, a British brown sauce. You found it. I'm actually going to redo that. I'm going to do that one as a throwback video. That is really, you know how I did it? You know how I did it? I was in a restaurant, the Pine View, when you could still afford to eat there and it wasn't burnt down. And I read the ingredients on the back of the bottle. People say, how do you know how to do this stuff? Oh, listen carefully. I read the ingredients on the back of the bottle and I took them in order. I wrote them down in order of appearance, because your ingredients, when you make something and they put the when they make something and they put the ingredients on the side of the bottle, they have to do it going from the absolute most amount of ingredient to the least amount ingredient. Say if you say a pinch of pepper, that would be your last thing, right? So I wrote it down off the back of an HP bottle because I love that stuff on steak. And it's not gravy. It's like a pepper. It's almost like brown ketchup with a side of pepper and Worcestershire. It's really, really good. And I made it, and mine was really, really, really thick. But I'll tell you something. And that's how I learned how to make it, was because you couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. So I wrote the ingredients down and I worked them out when I got home. And I made them. Meatloaf recipe in there. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you had my book, I don't know what's in it. And I know I should write another one, but I'm slowing down, folks. And I have all these wonderful ideas of things I want to do, but I'm slowing down. Just got a dehydrator. What are some easy veggies you would suggest to start with? Okay. Now, what kind of dehydrator is it? Does it, but some of the easiest things to do are cabbage. Cabbage is really easy. You shred it as if you're going to make coleslaw. And then you just put it on the trays and dehydrate it. And that's so good in soups and stews. Cabbage is one of my favorites. And you get a lot of it, right? I don't dehydrate onions. But if you do dehydrate onions, do yourself a favor. Chop up keep a candle within 3 feet of you on the table where you're chopping the onions. Within 10 minutes, you won't cry. Okay? B, have a pot of boiling water on hand, dump your chopped onions in it, and then strain it immediately. Like drop your onions in it, give it a stir, and strain it immediately. You do not want to cook them. You just want to go from, put them in hot water so that really thin skin between the layers separates from the onion itself, and then it will dehydrate 3 times faster. Okay? Dehydrating raw onions can take days and stink up the house. But if you blanch them stir, rinse, they dehydrate a whole lot faster because you've opened the pores. You've taken the skin off the pores of the onion meat. Okay? And it doesn't stink as bad. And they dry a lot faster. It saves you money, saves you time, saves you stink. How about that? Wait till you get to be my age. You only slow down when you're dead. Well, yeah, there is that, right? But carrots, if they're bigger pieces, I blanch them. If I'm shredding them, I don't. Okay? Celery. Please, please, please boil your celery. Put it in boiling water and like drop it in boiling water. Wait till it comes back up to a boil and then drain and dehydrate. Don't try and dehydrate raw celery. It'll be a bitch to rehydrate. Unless you slice it with a mandolin, like paper thin, and then you can dehydrate it without blanching. Are the sticky buns risen? Well, look under the thing on the island. Under the mat. Are they rising? Okay, load some wood in the stove, and I'm going to put them on. Okay, we'll load the stove and bring in firewood if you're going to be done for the day. You don't want to get comfortable and cleaned up and then have to go out and get firewood. Right. Okay. Yum, sticky buns. Hey, Andrew, how's Yorkshire? It's Heinz ketchup, tomato red sauce on a Heinz ketchup, tomato red sauce on bacon sandwiches, and HP brown sauce on sausage sandwiches. That's the law of Yorkshire. You know what HP sauce is. It's good on eggs too. Oh my God. But my favorite thing to have it on is steak. Like you know how you have ketchup and you cut up stuff and you dip it in the ketchup? Well, I do that with HP sauce. Love me some. Hey, Karen. Green onions are easy. Absolutely. And leeks are easy. Okay. Leeks are really easy and they go a long way. Okay. You just cut the worst of the green off the top, right? And then you cut the roots off, and then you cut them lengthwise because leeks trap a lot of dirt. So you cut the leek after you cut the top and the bottom off, cut it lengthwise, and then chop. And then it all comes apart in little half circles, and you put it in a dish pan of cold water, and you rub and you scrub them all together, and then you drain them and dehydrate them. I love having leeks, dried leeks. I'm really hoping my leeks will grow this year. Barbecue sauce. I'm not huge on barbecue sauce. I'm really not. But she always has great videos. She doesn't need no stinking ring light. I don't. That's what happens if I don't have a ring light. So, no wonder my celery was tough. Well, this is why it pays to ask questions. I'm not an expert, but I've done this stuff so often that I could do it in my sleep. Brown sauce is delicious in slow cooker beef stew. Very good stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, and before it was this one that I had over here, right? But that one's much better. That one's much better, and I can use this on my light. Now, when I'm done here, I am going to read the next chapter on Reading with Beverly Wolfe. I'm going to read the next chapter of Little Town on the Prairie live. You have giant ring lights in your glasses now. That's why I'm staying like this. See if I go like this. Ooh, and you're only seeing the half moon ones. Yes, I blanch broccoli before I freeze it. Now here's what you want to do. Don't dump it in water. It gets soggy. Steam your broccoli just until it's bright green. And then put it in ice water and then drain it and pat it dry and then vacuum seal it. My family wants my barbecue sauce when I make it. Yeah, I haven't made my bold and sassy barbecue sauce in a long time. I picked a ton of wild leeks a couple of years ago and dehydrated them. Wild leeks are amazing. Well, that's because they're Bear's garlic. And it's illegal. What are you looking for, baby?
You must have a bread making video, correct?
Yeah, why?
Because Kevin at work says you can't find one on your thing.
Well, tell him to email me and I'll send him everything he wants.
All right. Because he wants to know how to make bread.
Well, tell him to email me.
Yeah.
Give him my Mrs. Wolfe, and tell him to put bread, Bev, bread in the subject line in capital letters because I get a lot of email on that channel.
I will do.
Okay, thanks, honey. See? It's that simple. Do you want to know how to do it? Just ask. Right? You know? And it's really hard because I'm going to make a little video and show people how to hunt for my videos. Because guess what? You know what? We can do that right now, can't we? Let's think about this. Howie? Are you still upstairs? Nope. I'll be right back. Oh! Come get your ducks in order, cause we're right bound across the water. Heave away! Well, I can't find it. I can't find... Did I bring it in here? I have a small tripod, but... Can you make yeast bread dough and leave in the fridge to bake the next day? I don't know. I've never done that before. You can try. I would say try and make a small. What I would do is I would put it in a tub, like a Tupperware tub with a plastic tight fitting lid. It might rise and lift the lid right off it otherwise, right? So I would say yes. I would say yes. I mean, look at sourdough, right? It's all the time. It's all the time. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to shut down my chat. All right. And I'm going to pull up Google. And I'm going to show you guys, as best I can, one-handed. Hang on a second. Maybe I can... Hang on. Okay. All right. Yes, my screen's dirty. Okay, here's Google. I gotta... Oh, come on. Just work for me once, will ya? Hang on. I got one more thing I can try here. Oh, guys. All right. Here we go. Now, look. Here's Google. I'm doing this one-handed, so give me a break. Okay? Our half-acre homestead. Okay? Look. But if you put our half-acre homestead, let's hope I spelled it right. I'm doing this one-handed. Okay, see that? Our half-acre homestead. And then space, and say celery. Okay, now search. Our half-acre homestead celery. Look, guys, look. Me. Look, I'm everywhere. All you have to do is Google Our Half-Acre Homestead and put, let's see, steak sauce. Enter. Look, see? There I am right there. And that's that video is 12 years old, 13 years old. So that is, now I can get this all going again. Get my tripod back up here. That was difficult. That was not easy to do. Oh, Bev. Sorry, guys. It's really rough here. Okay, restore chat. F11. Pop out chat. Oops. So that's how it's easy. Okay, Charles, I will make you guys a video showing you how to search for stuff on my channel. Because if you, hi, Robin Rose. Hey, Tina. Where's Squeaky? Where's my Squeaky Nips? Hey, Squeaky. Okay, good. You're still here. So I will do you guys a video on how to search. Because if you search my channel, if you're searching with your phone, it's different than when you're searching with your desktop. But it's always the same when you search with Google. So don't try and search on YouTube for my videos unless you know how. If you really want to know if I know how to do something, just Our Half-Acre Homestead and the word. Google it. If I have a video on it, it will come up. Oh, Waldo, that's what I had. I had that for close to 3 weeks. It was all in my head and in my throat. And it wasn't that I had a sore throat. I felt like I had stuff sticking in my throat. I would keep coughing it up. Hey, Willows, how are you? How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm sending you out prayers and love. I'm Squeaky. Oh, I thought Squeaky Nips was here. So yeah, that's how you search, and I'm going to do a video on it for you. And thank you for coming on, because I just wanted to see how my big ring light was. And I used this. It's called alien tape. And you have to peel this off. It's two-sided tape, and apparently it's reusable. But what I did is, this stuff's really strong, and I just rolled some up and I put it on the back of my ring light and put it there. Now I need to put that back in that bag. So I'm going to go now, because I'm going to do a reading on Reading with Beverly Wolfie. I'm going to do the next chapter in Little Town on the Prairie. So I will, yeah, kind of a in your throat, right? Mom got it for Howie for Christmas. And I said, oh, that's mine. That's mine. It's two-sided tape, but you can apparently peel it off and reuse it. It's, I don't know, but I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Reading with Beverly Wolfie, folks. I will see you shortly for chapter 3 of Little Town Live. Little Town on the Prairie Live. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for helping me. You know, the ring lights are right there, unless I just come down here a little bit, right? I love you. Mwah! Take care. God bless. Patrons, I will see. Today's Saturday, isn't it? All right. All right. See you on Reading with Beverly Wolfe. I love you guys. Never forget that. Eh?